Tonight, we begin with an update of what could be relief for farmers in parts of the country. They'll now be able to access cheaper fertilizer after the release of the subsidy funds to the Ministry of Agriculture. Now, the ministry has received 3.55 billion Kenya shillings for the implementation of this fertilizer subsidy, which means that fertilizers will now retail for between 1,775 Kenya shillings and 3,500 Kenya shillings and will be available to farmers in the west, east, and central parts of the country that are preparing to plant during this short rains season. We begin our broadcast tonight with Brenda Wanga, who tells us more.
In eastern, central, and western regions, where we are expecting short rains, to work with us in making sure that this fertilizer is available to all farmers in that region so that we can begin the journey to increase our food production initiatives.
Exactly 1 week from the making of that promise, and farmers are beginning to see its fulfillment. In Kisii, one of the areas that the president had ordered get the subsidized fertilizer fast, the first shipment of the farming input has been received at the National Cereals and Produce Board's depot. That consignment, part of the 1.42 million 50-kilogram bags that will be disbursed by the Ministry of Agriculture to NCPB depots in parts of western, central and eastern Kenya, where farmers are preparing the land for planting during this rainy season.
Tumeshatayarisha mashamba kulima hii season ya pili, hata vile tumesimama hapa ndio hii mvua imeanza kunyesha, na tangu tuambiwe na rais wetu mpya ambaye ni Rais William Ruto kwamba mbolea ya shilingi 3,500 tunaletewa ili tupande hii mahindi mzimu ili tuwe na chakula. Sasa hapa Bungoma hatujaona hata mfuko moja ya mbolea.
In a statement, the acting PS for Agriculture says the ministry is acting on the presidential directive and has released 3.55 billion shillings towards the actualization of the fertilizer subsidy program. That amount of money will reduce the price of 71 metric tons of fertilizer that is expected to help farmers cultivate some 1.4 million acres of land during this second planting season in the selected areas. The government's subsidy program is aimed at bringing down the prices of different kinds of fertilizer that had been affected by an increase in the same caused by the global forces of COVID-19 and the Russian-Ukraine conflict. The direct impact of these increases in price over the last 1 year has been an increase in the price of fertilizer in Kenya to a record high of 6,500 shillings per 50-kilogram bag of fertilizer. And the spiral effect of this increase felt on many Kenyan dinner tables, with the price of Kenya's staple, maize meal, also hitting record highs. The subsidy, which took effect on Monday, 19th of this month, means that farmers will now access this critical farm input at prices that have been reduced by more than half. A 50-kilogram bag of DAP and urea will now retail at 3,500 shillings, while MOP will go for 1,775 and sulfate of ammonia will sell at 2,220 shillings. The Ministry of Agriculture has, however, capped the number of bags an individual farmer can purchase to just 100 only. But even with these new developments, some farmers say they are yet to get their hands on this commodity.
Pato sijapata mbolea ya kutosha. Kwa hivyo natarajia tu nipate mbolea ya bei nafuu, kwa sababu nimeshindwa kupata pesa za kutosha ni kununua hiyo mbolea ya bei kali.
Labda iko njiani na haijafikia wakulima. Ile iko saa hii sana hapa Kisii ni wachache sana wachapanda, lakini wengi walikuwa wamepanda na wametumia ama nimetumia ile bei ya zamani.
Tunataka Mheshimiwa Ruto aingilie kati, ahakikishe kwamba ile mbolea alisema kwamba inafika Kenya mzima, especially kwetu huku magharibi mwa Kenya ambapo tuko na mvua ya kutosha, tupate hii mbolea, kwa sababu hii mvua ikipotea kabla hatujapanda inamaanisha hata ikikuja haitakuwa na msaada yoyote kwetu sisi wakulima.
The farmers are hopeful that they will be able to access the fertilizer, which experts say, if used well, can increase yields by up to 50% sooner rather than later, to enable them take advantage of the rains and increase their yields and hopefully contribute to the reduction of maize prices across the country in the next 6 months. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.